want to talk about two things, but before I get up into the main topic, I want to speak on the terrorist attack that happened in New Orleans yesterday morning. Now, some of y'all probably know that I live in Louisiana, but not in New Orleans. A lot of people think I live in New Orleans. I don't live in New Orleans, and y'all probably can tell by my accent it's different. But that is one of my sister cities, and I'm just 50 miles from them, just right up the, what we consider right up the street. So, very familiar with New Orleans all my life, but I live in the capital city. And I do want to speak about the terrorist attack yesterday and just give my opinion real quick on it. First of all, my deepest condolences to the family. I mean, that's all we've been hearing and talking about down here. I mean, it's all over the news. I know that's just something that a lot of people just, like, why? But the thing is, I'm noticing like the press conference. That's what my issue is at. And how, like, when the FBI, they go before the press and give an updated briefing on everything that they found out so far about the terrorists. So I do not know how to pronounce his name, so I'm not even going to try. But my thing is, as they're finding out more information on him, it's the way they do it. Like, and I know that they have their way of handling their business with that. But they pulled up the footage from a Ring camera next door to the Airbnb that he had rented. He rented the Airbnb, and he also rented the truck through the Airbnb company. And before he came down here and did all that. And then they say he from Houston, born and raised in the States, Army vet, and all that. Look, we know that his nationality, like, we know where he's from. So my thing, and I'm sorry it's dark, I'm just now heading back home from work. But my thing is how he like, they get on there and they showing the Ring camera, so people are going to know exactly where he stayed. And then you got to think about the other ones who, let me see how to put this, the other terrorists who they say, I'm pretty sure there's more people that's planning to do stuff like that, probably. Not saying in Louisiana or maybe even Texas, like, we don't know. But they're gonna see, like, what they just like put people in harm's way by putting a camera on the news. Like, people are gonna figure out, whoever live next door in their house, we gonna have to take care of them too, or whatever. Which I hope not. Because they probably had to share their information against their will. Like, they're gonna make you show them whatever proof you have, anything that y'all have that could help us with this investigation on this person. And they could, I know what they're trying to do, trace back to any other leads or anybody else that's involved with it. And I'm pretty sure it is. Like, these attacks is not going to stop. To just be real, it's not going to stop. There's going to be attacks and wars and rumors of wars to the end of time. That's not going to go away just because you finding leads. Like, those people are so bent out on completing a mission that they will take out themselves. They have, devices strapped to them, so they don't care, if they go out right along with the with the attack. They don't care. You gotta speak a certain way on here. But yeah, that's the only thing that I'm just like, it's the way they, and then when they do the briefing, the FBI, I don't know, it's just certain things to me I wouldn't reveal so early. I mean, what else is there to say? And I just feel like a lot of the families, like the victims, I think it's about, some say 12, some say 15 so far who passed from the attack. who died from the attack. My thing is, I feel like that the U.S. should pay for that. The government should pay for, pay the families. They're raising money, and they probably are sending them, you know, whatever they need help with. But you can never get prepared to bury your loved one. It doesn't matter what kind of death, doesn't matter the way that they passed. Nobody could ever get prepared for something like that. But I'm hoping that the government took care of the families. Because a lot of people, a lot of the families are doing GoFundMe's, stuff like that. So, and yeah, they just getting on there saying if anybody else have any leads, to contact the FBI and stuff like that. And I understand that, like, you know, but to get on there and announce what we have learned so far, aren't you putting other people in harm's way? Like, these people are watching. They're not dumb. They know just when to attack. They know just when people are going to be so occupied with, doing things that they're used to doing, especially in a city like New Orleans. Like Bourbon Street is a big thing. That's one of the biggest tourist attractions in the United States. I mean, we was still, but I don't go down there no more. But when I was, going out partying and stuff like that, that was one of the things that, we did. That's just the thing to do, especially living here. So I'm a local. I'm considered a local. And our local officials is like this I'm gonna get off of this real soon in a minute. Our local officials is like, I know people seen a press conference yesterday and I was kinda embarrassed, like, y'all like look how y'all getting on here talking on national TV after a tragedy like this. Like, you really don't care what happened. You just want to hurry up and open Bourbon Street back up just so y'all could go back to the normal partying and the game. That's all they worrying about is safety for the game. Like, are you really concerned about safety for the city, period? Not just to hurry up and open things back up for the game. And, they trying to, assure everyone that there will be heightened security. And I'm pretty sure there is and all that. But I just felt like the game was only postponed like 24 hours. It should have been longer than it, way longer than it. Like, this happened yesterday morning, 3 something in the morning. It was not New Year's Eve. It was the first when it happened, you know. And a lot of people, people gonna always say, well, it happened last night, and it wasn't night. It was just dark. But it was, we was actually in a new day. It was another day. So, it's just sad, though. And that's just been on my mind and, on my heart and everything, because it's some of the people that passed, I know them and know of them. Like, it's just sad. Like Reggie Hunter, I know his family. I know his family real good. I know the Hunters, and just sad. And the girl who just graduated high school, I know, like, some of the people, their children who just got out of high school, they were close friends with her, you know. And there was a few other people that they posting that, got injured, but, they're recovering. They're in the hospital. It's just sad. But that kind of stuff is going to happen to the end of time. I mean, and those people, they don't kill. They'll go out with it. So they just trying to get a message across. But that's all I wanted to say, speaking on that. Now, also want to talk about, well, I don't know how I switched from that to talking about something dealing with narcissists. That's what I talk about on. I just want to talk about the narcissist takeover spirit and how they are so, like, they're so determined to be in charge that they will do anything to take something away from somebody just to prove that they should. Like, now, this is just their mindset. They feel this entitlement to have anything they want. And even if they take something away from someone who has put in hard work and dedication to accomplish certain things, the narcissist does nothing but feel entitled, and then they want to just take over the role of being something that they're not. And I did a video earlier. I'm gonna post it as soon as I get in the house and get settled and everything. Um, and it's kinda gonna be like part one. So I noticed that when people can't have their way with you, they try to tear you down and, just go to other people on you, try to turn everybody else against you. And it's like every time you hear this from narcissists, it's always like the same story, the same tactic. They don't have new ideas. And that is what could point them out the most. It's because all of them pretty much read from the same book, look like, you know. And I was talking to someone earlier, like, I've been out of work 2 weeks. I don't go back to work with the school till Monday. And I just went by there today because some of them were there, and we was talking and stuff, and they was just like saying, like, don't give up, because I've been thinking about, should I leave my position at work because of this person who wants to take the position, and to the point where, to where they're not giving up. They don't care what the title says. They just feel like, if I can't have my way, I'm going to put you through hell until you let me have my way. And it's just like something I know I don't have to deal with, and I'm not. And so I'm just kind of debating. I have until the end of next month if I'm going to go ahead on and transfer from that particular site to somewhere else, so I don't have to be dealing with them no more, because I don't have to. But I got so many people there that's like motivating me not to leave. Or I have a really really good support system at work. And and I don't want to leave because I love it there. It's still a part of my new beginning for the position that I got the promotion to and everything. And since I've been there, I mean, it's so true that once God puts you in higher places, you really gonna see how certain people really feel about you, because they're gonna show just how jealous they are. They're gonna show you that they was really just pretending before you got to the position, the place where you at now. you know I mean, and that's old. That's been going on, and it don't matter what type of job a person holds, what type of position you have. You might not even have a job, and they have people that are still jealous of you just because how you carry yourself and how other people love you. People will be jealous of you for so many different reasons. But with a narcissist, they feel so threatened by your position of being in a lead position. They hate you being an authority figure. They're not going to respect it. They're going to always show you that they don't ever see you as above them, even though that's not how you're throwing. You don't even throw yourself around like that. But that's what they take from it, out of jealousy, and out of just this fear of being controlled. And the crazy part is, they live off of being able to control other people, but they refuse to be controlled. And just because you have someone over you does not mean that they're trying to control you. That's the mindset. Like, they think like children, or they have a remedial mindset. Like, everybody doesn't think like you, which is why they always try to stay ahead, and just take from people if they feel like it's going to do something that takes away from them. You know, it's crazy though. It's crazy. But I'm going to go ahead and end it now because I don't have my glasses. I thought I brought my glasses with me, and I don't have them. So I'm going to go ahead and end this live now. Thank y'all for coming in. Are you drinking tonight? No. Drinking what? I had a cup of ice earlier. Yeah, no, indeed, no. Brazil. I am Brazilian. I'm from Louisiana. Born and raised in Louisiana, the capital city. Look up the capital city of Louisiana. That's where I'm at. So, and I used to drink. Party, egg up. I was out in the world. I'm not going to deny it. And I'm not bragging on it either. But I'm not going to act like because that's just not my life anymore that it didn't happen. I'm not going to act like I'm better than everybody because I'm not doing it, I used to do. That's just not me. That's why it's hard for me to just judge people because I cannot see myself passing judgment on someone's choices without looking back at my own life and saying, wait a minute, you used to do, like, who am I to point? Now, what I would like to do is, like, I'll use a general approach and give people advice, but I would ask them if they would like the advice. I'm not just going to throw advice on nobody. I'm not just going to present them with, well, let me tell you, and, like, sometimes you could tell a story about something that has happened to you in your past. And I hate this. People, they'll sit there and listen to everything you have to say, and all they take from it is what you used to do. They pick out the worst part of it, and then they start to tell you, yeah, don't ever do that. And I'm like, I'm telling you what I used to do. I'm not telling you what I do now. That's why a lot of times it's hard to even get on here and do story times, because it's a story time. It's something that happened in the past, and I'm just sharing something that happened. That's all. And a lot of people, they don't know how to respond to people's story time without judging. Like, that's not me anymore. That's in my past. I'm much older now. Only people know how old I am. Like, but I got a late start because of, I would have to explain so much in order to go into details with that. But I got a late start. Like, I was a parent at a young age to two small children, and I just put parenting before everything. Like, that was my children and still are my life. I even got grandkids now. Like, I got a 1 year old. That's my son's first child. My son is almost 30. And my baby girl, my daughter, I only have two kids, son and a daughter. And I might share some pictures on here of them. I don't even be sharing that. Like, a lot of people don't even know that. Like, um, my daughter, she got a 4-month-old. She just turned 4 months on the 29th, you know. And my son, they have another one on the way, which we just announced today on social media. But I knew back close to Thanksgiving, and we just found out the gender. So both of my kids have girls, but my son's about to have a boy. So he's about to have his pair, and he wanted a boy first, but God blessed him with the girl. So yeah, I'm about to have 3 grandbabies. Like, and that's pretty much all I live for now. My children, work, and them babies. I don't care about really too much of nothing else other than getting on here and doing my little videos and my little shorts. And I really appreciate all the new subscribers. I appreciate y'all tuning in, you know, and stuff like that. I hope it helps. I'm only speaking from my own experience. I'm not an expert, so if y'all get on here and like, you know something, I'm not. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a professional. I'm just telling y'all my own personal experience. That's all. But I really appreciate the support, you know, and things like that. Well, the accent, country, country accent. I remember back in the days I used to have a pen pal, but we would talk on the phone more than write, because he just always be talking about my accent. And we'll be in a conversation and he'll just be laughing. I'm like, I'm not even saying nothing funny. What are you laughing at now? And he would say it again. Say what again? We passed that. And he just was stuck on something that I said. He just wanted to hear me say it again. And he was from Columbus, Ohio. He just loved the way we talk down here. That's why I'm like, if y'all, like, I live in Baton Rouge, country. I'm live in one of the most country parts of Louisiana. Even though the entire South is country, I'm in a country. And so, yeah, like I say, y'all should kind of be able to tell easy, someone from Baton Rouge accent against New Orleans. They talk different. Talk different. Um, I cannot see. Hey, girl. I ain't about to be on here long because I hate getting on here and just rambling. And that was just like something that was on my mind when I was driving from work. And I'm like, you know, I'm going to go live and talk about it because I know that's something that's all over the news right now. And it seems so unreal, like a terrorist attack right here at home. And what make me so mad with down here and my people, like, all y'all want to do is party. And I know some people got that mindset of, well, life goes on and those people would have wanted us to keep. Yeah, but you got to think about the family. You got to think about those who just lost their people in a tragedy that's all over the news right now, all over the world. Think about that. Like, the game could have waited, Just, I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. And I don't party and go out like that like I used to. And even if I was, that would have been on my mind more than going out. And the last thing I want to talk about is, like, I consider myself a conspiracy theorist. So I do think about, like, even though we haven't had it in a couple of days, this fog that's just been everywhere, and so many people been posting videos about this fog. Now it haven't been down here like that lately. Like the last day, like probably was 4 days ago, the last time we had this heavy fog. And I noticed these birds a certain time of the night flocking in a certain direction. Like, I live alone, and it's just quiet enough to where I could hear anything going on around my property. But those birds, it's like the birds be trying to tell you something. I don't know, that's just me. That, and then it's sickness, everybody getting sick with the NV. I'm gonna just call it that. And I had that some years back, and that ain't no joke. Like, it attacked my the stomach bad. I remember just within the first couple of days, it had me out. And talk about being in a bed that long, being in a bed with no strength to do nothing, could barely walk, definitely didn't have an appetite to eat. And I remember losing 13 pounds, like, within a week, too fast. I remember the nurse, because I called I don't know if y'all use the nurse advice line. And I was just asking, is there something going around? That was before it got bad off, because it got to a point where I couldn't even talk. And I remember that nurse had said, but if, your symptoms get worse, you feel like, nothing's getting better no matter what you're taking, you might need to go to the emergency room and stuff. I had got tested for what, and that was negative. But it was that, though. And because all the symptoms checked out. And that nurse called me back, and when I had told her I was able to stand up and get on the scale, because I felt like my face had lost so much weight, so I felt like my face was sagging. I remember sitting up in the bed and looking in the mirror like, ew. Like, oh Lord, look at my face just dragging. I got up and got on the scale, and I had lost 13 pounds. I remember that nurse called me back, and she said, you lost too many pounds too fast. And she was like, you need to get to the emergency room now and stuff like that. And it was getting worse. And I finally went. I didn't not go to the emergency room. I called my doctor and went into a walk-in. And that was hard. I was scared to walk. Like I had started having panic attacks and everything. I was panicking when I walked outside, panicking, sitting in the car for the longest before I started up and pull off, hesitated, like bagging out, pulling back up. I don't know. So a lot of people, are dealing with that right now. I'm like, Lord, please. I don't want to go through that again. I know what that felt like for real. I don't want to go through that. I don't wish that on nobody. I don't want nobody sick. But that's enough for me right now because I don't really got nothing. I ain't talking about nothing. What is my name? Felicia. You must be new on here. Everybody knew because I don't. Felicia, you helped me to overcome my narcissistic relation. I truly appreciate you. Well, thank you. That make me feel good. That's all I want. That's all I want. Is to be able to help people. Because somebody helped me. You know who helped me on here? His name was Quint Holiday. He helped me on here. And I ain't gonna lie. When I first started to do this, it was after I had a nervous breakdown. And then I had a dream. And like God showed me the narcissist in a dream as a way of deceiving me for something. It was through deception. It was showing me, and that woke me up. And the person they showed me was the person at work who I was going through these things with, and I couldn't explain it, but I know what it made me felt like. That's when I woke up and realized what I was going through, and I just felt like, Lord, use me to get this out there to let people know it's real. It's real. And you know, I hate when it's just a word thrown around now, like, because a person, like, I feel like we all are capable of showing narc traits. We all are capable of manipulating someone. I that feel like I've had to manipulate in order to survive certain situations, survive people. All manipulation is not, with ill intent. It's not, to hurt somebody else. That's the difference between the narc manipulation tactics and someone who's just trying to, overcome something. You might have to manipulate the narc sometimes, and you can. You got to just beat them at their own game, but it kind of wears you down when there's something that you have to live by, because we shouldn't even have to deal with it. The best thing to do is, if you the sooner you can safely get away from that, do so. Yeah, can see. Yeah, child. That happened so long ago, like, and I had a nervous breakdown, and it was just like once I had that nervous breakdown, my whole life just changed, like reset, and I just started to see life different. Yeah, I know God was using me at that time, though. Y'all ever see people that say, I feel like I heal too much because I don't like, I don't mess with nobody, I don't like nobody. Sometimes I be feeling like that. Like, I just don't want to be bothered with nobody. Nobody's to be trusted. And I don't want to be like that. I just don't want to be. You just got to know, you know, who to deal with. You're going to run into some people who not good for you. Yeah, I was talking to someone today that was saying that how God will show you, and I do believe, I've always believed that God will show you what He will show you things through your dreams. I don't believe that the devil is capable of doing that. See, the devil have to hear what's on your mind. That's why, because words are so powerful. He hear what's on your mind, and he can deceive you because you're speaking certain things. You know, even the devil could put people in position to ruin the things that you want to have because you spoke on it out loud to the wrong people who do the devil's work. Like, it's so many ways to look at it, you know. Yeah. And they are demons. They are demons. And they just some low down people. Some are demons and some are just low down. But I need to get off of here and take a call. Well, she already hung up, but she called twice. My daughter, she cooked dinner tonight, and she hadn't cooked in a long time because she works so much. So she might be bringing me a plate because I'm not leaving back out. I don't do too good driving at night. I'd rather be in my house. I'm a homebody. If I'm not, like, if I don't have to be out and about, I'm in the house. That's just me. I never been the type that just gotta be, always gotta go somewhere. Shoot. But I'm gonna end it here, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. And like I say, I got a video that I gotta get in here and upload, and it's gonna be a part 1 because I had to cut it off because I recorded when I was on my way into work. And sometime when I be in it, I be forgetting, like, let me go ahead on and get off of here. So that's why it's gonna cut off like that. But I'm gonna do a part 2 of the video that I'm about to upload in a minute. So again, thank y'all for watching. Leave your thoughts and like, share, subscribe. Please share these videos. It's a slow climbing in the numbers, but it's getting there. I wanted to be at 5,000 by the new year, but it'll get there when it get there. So thank y'all for watching, and I'm gonna talk to you soon.